That totally is not right. That's pretty, isn't it? Well, unfortunately, the kid's probably gonna need a buggy. Ever have one of those Monday mornings where you've got a list? Now, for you guys and gals who are still in the workforce, I know what your week is looking like here, Monday through Friday. You've got your work hours you've got to put in, and then you've got your extra stuff that you hope to get done around the house, around the farm, around the homestead, whatever, on the weekends and maybe a little time in the afternoons. And I know it's tough. I've been there all my life. Worked 2 or 3 jobs most of the times of my life, just trying to, get ahead a little bit, and I understand it. I also understand, when you quit the 9 to 5, or you're able to be in a position where you quit the 9 to 5 and maybe you start drawing your little Social Security check or whatever, then you got some honey-do list or stuff that you wanted to get done and you try to get done. But I'm gonna try to get started on a list that I wrote down this morning, and I thought, shoot, there's no way I'm gonna get that done today, but I'm gonna try. It's a pretty extensive list, a lot of moving parts. Let me show you my list. That's not everything, but that's what I could think of while I was sitting there writing, and then when I got here, I started thinking some other things. Working on getting this fascia up here, and I need a piece of drip edge. Got this end done. I need a couple of pieces of 3-inch 1-bys, so we'll get that done. And I'm also going to have to make a couple more 2x6s. I was dreading this. Of course, I just shoot straight with you. The older I get, the more I dread doing anything off the ground. It's not a matter of balance. Thank the Lord. Knock on wood, my knees are still good. It's just, I don't know. Maybe after 50 years, I've either gotten lazy or gotten tired of it. And in the last few years, if there's something off the ground, I'd give that to the young fellas. There ain't no young fellas here. I believe that'll work. 86 3/8, long point. Remember that. $95 1/16. You remember that? 95 1/16. Yesterday was sort of a blowout for me, so I'm gonna try to get started again today. Although I did get the fascia on here. I think that looks right nice. Starting to come together a little bit. I'm just trying to build something for when I kick the bucket, the kids can maybe get $1 or $2 off of it. You know what I'm saying? Now, it gets sort of shadowy in here. It's probably gonna be better if I have some lighting. I'm too long in the tooth to be milling at night, although on some hot days, it's liable to happen. So what I'm about this morning, for me anyway, I've put out some lights over here, just something so I can see if there's snakes crawling on the ground. So I have power here, but I'm going to drop a leg out of here, put it in conduit, run over to that post. Let's see how far this is going to be. I need to get some pipe this morning. 13. Let's call that. Let me check that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We'll call that 40 feet. I think I've got some wire down here. Yes, I do. So I got plenty of wire. Get power over here. 3 reasons. 1, if you can get an outside receptacle, it's always a good thing. So get a receptacle, get some lights, and then also, a friend of mine on the comment section, Phil suggested putting in a winch to turn the logs with, and you know that's probably going to be a good thing. Anyway, I got to go get some pipe. Well, unfortunately, the kids probably going to need a buggy. Let's go see if we can find what we need though. Get loaded up here. I tell you what, that little run there, $60. Let's get this back to the shop. It's warming up nicely today. I think it's supposed to be 75. Move the backhoe, and the backhoe is dead, which is a really, really strange phenomenon. I mean, this thing cranks every time. But we got no lights, no nothing. Yeah, that's a little loose. See if that's going to do it. Good enough. Things run a little cooler anyway. My bride asked me before I left the house at lunch, "What are you doing?" I told her whatever I want to. I think she was asking to see if I was into something that I was going to get severely injured on anyway. It was all out of a sincere interest, I'm sure. But what I am into, I just stuck these little blocks up here in the corner just to see if I want to do that. And so the answer is yes. I want to make I guess you'd call it a corbel for right there. And what I think I'm going to do, I've got an old ugly walnut down here. I feel like the corbels need to be about almost a 7 by 7. So I think I'm gonna get that up. I gotta wash it off. It's been on the ground, my fault, my bad. Get that up, wash it off good, and they don't have to be big, long, but I think that'd be a real nice log. I don't think it's gonna be good for anything else. We got a stick of walnut here. It is 54 inches long, and there ain't no way to tell. It's 10 inches there. I know you can't tell on the, and it's 11 inches there, but woo. But what I like to get out of it is either 6 3/4 by 6 3/4 would be just wonderful. My guess is I'm probably going to have to, I don't know if I have to change the blade before I get into it, but I'm probably going to have to change the blade after I get into it, because the blade's already sort of hitting on needing to be changed. That's pretty, isn't it? Man, ain't that pretty? What do you think, guys? Okay, so you want to look at it from a distance. I got you. Me too. Well, see, my problem is I don't know when to quit. But I think that looks pretty good. I need to clean up here a little bit, dig my trench for the electrical. I don't know that I'm going to get to that today, but you know, if I don't, it's all right. If the good Lord gives me a tomorrow, we'll get to it tomorrow. Well, that was a pretty good day's work, at least 2 days' work. Anyway, where I want to put the conduit and the wire, get that run over there. Always good to have a straight line, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, there's not a whole lot more that I'm going to do, but I did have a thought. If you would like for me to put together a video detailing the dimensions of this shed, height, width, length, all of that, and include as well the cost of this shed, I'd be happy to do that. I just, you know, I don't want to do it if there's not any interest in doing that. But if you're curious, you know, if you'd like to see that, the dimensions, the cost, and then also if there's anything that I've found that I did that I would change, that would be an interesting topic, I think. So if you'll let me know there in the comment section if you'd like to see something like that, if that would be informative and something you'd be interested in watching, let me know and we'll get it together, okay? So I think that's going to wrap it up, friend. Listen, I'll see you in the next one.